What if the problem was never sweetness itself, but misunderstanding it? For people living with diabetes, food choices often come wrapped in fear. Every sweet taste feels like danger. Every snack feels like a possible mistake. Over time, this fear grows so strong that many people completely avoid dry fruits, believing they are nothing more than concentrated sugar. But the human body is more intelligent than that. Not all sweetness behaves the same once it enters the bloodstream. Some foods release sugar slowly. Some calm insulin resistance instead of worsening it. Some nourish nerves, blood vessels, and kidneys while keeping glucose stable. Dry fruits are often judged too quickly. Yes, they are sweet. But sweetness alone does not define how food affects blood sugar. Fiber content, mineral balance, plant compounds, and portion size all change the outcome. When chosen carefully and eaten mindfully, certain dry fruits do not spike glucose. They help the body manage it better. Today, we will look at 3 dry fruits that quietly support blood sugar balance. These are not trends or myths. They are supported by glycemic science and nutrient research. One of them works directly on insulin pathways in a way most people never expect. Dried apricots are often the first food diabetics remove from their plate. They look sweet. They taste sweet. And that alone makes people afraid. But inside the body, dried apricots behave very differently than expected. When unsweetened and eaten in controlled portions, dried apricots release glucose slowly. Their glycemic index stays in the low to moderate range, around 30 to 35. More importantly, their glycemic load per real serving remains low. This means they do not flood the bloodstream with sugar. Instead, they provide a steady, gentle release. Nutritionally, dried apricots are rich in fiber, potassium, beta-carotene, magnesium, and iron. Fiber slows digestion and improves insulin response. Potassium supports nerves, muscles, heart rhythm, and kidney function systems often stressed by diabetes. Their soluble fiber forms a gel-like structure in the gut, slowing carbohydrate absorption and feeding beneficial gut bacteria. These bacteria produce compounds that improve insulin signaling and reduce inflammation. This gut-insulin connection is a key reason dried apricots help stabilize blood sugar when eaten correctly. Sweetness here becomes support, not sabotage. Diabetes does not damage the body overnight. It works slowly through oxidative stress and inflammation. Small blood vessels suffer first. Nerves lose protection. Kidneys work harder than they should. Dried apricots contain antioxidants like beta-carotene and polyphenols that neutralize free radicals before they harm tissues. This protection supports nerve endings, circulation, and kidney filtration over time. Research links higher beta-carotene intake with lower oxidative stress in people with insulin resistance. Many diabetics experience leg cramps, restless legs, and nighttime discomfort. These symptoms often come from mineral imbalance and nerve irritation. The potassium and magnesium in dried apricots help regulate nerve impulses and muscle contractions, improving comfort and sleep quality. Another quiet benefit is appetite control. Fiber and natural sweetness stimulate fullness hormones, reducing cravings for refined sugar later in the day. When cravings decrease, blood sugar becomes more stable without force or restriction. Dried apricots also support digestion. Diabetes can slow gut movement due to nerve involvement. Apricot fiber improves bowel regularity gently, without harsh laxative effects. Better digestion improves nutrient absorption, which further supports glucose balance. Used wisely, dried apricots nourish rather than disrupt. Raisins are often labeled as dangerous simply because they are small and sweet. But size does not equal harm. What matters is portion and pairing. Raisins have a moderate glycemic index, but their glycemic load in a measured serving remains low. 1 tablespoon, about 14 to 15 raisins, causes only a modest rise in blood sugar. Problems appear when raisins are eaten by the handful, not by measure. Raisins provide potassium, magnesium, iron, vitamin B6, and powerful polyphenols. These compounds slow carbohydrate absorption and improve insulin sensitivity at the cellular level. Studies show that replacing refined snacks with portion-controlled raisins reduces post-meal glucose spikes and improves insulin response over time. Raisins also support long-term glucose control. Reduced glycation means less sugar sticking to proteins and tissues, lowering damage to nerves and blood vessels. Research shows modest but meaningful reductions in A1C when raisins replace processed sweets. Beyond blood sugar, raisins support circulation. Their antioxidants reduce LDL oxidation, protecting arteries and improving blood flow critical for brain, kidneys, feet, and nerves. Sweetness here becomes controlled energy, not chaos. Unlike refined sugar, raisins provide energy without violent spikes and crashes when eaten correctly. Their natural sugars are released gradually, especially when paired with fats or protein. This makes them useful before light activity like walking or household tasks, which further improves glucose uptake. Many diabetics struggle with fatigue and mild anemia. Raisins provide iron to support red blood cell production and oxygen delivery. Better oxygen flow improves muscle strength, mental clarity, and stamina. Raisins also support nerve and brain health. Chronic high glucose damages nerve signaling. Antioxidants in raisins reduce oxidative stress, while vitamin B6 supports neurotransmitter production. This combination can improve mood stability, reduce anxiety, and support sleep quality often disrupted in diabetes. Historically, raisins were used as a travel food because they delivered sustained energy without collapse. That same property makes them useful today when portions are respected. Raisins teach an important lesson. Sweetness is not the enemy. Unmeasured eating is. When used intelligently, raisins support metabolism rather than overwhelm it. Walnuts are not added for flavor alone. They are one of the strongest metabolic stabilizers available to diabetics. Their glycemic impact is nearly zero. They do not raise blood sugar. They calm it. Walnuts are rich in healthy fats, especially plant-based omega-3 south, along with fiber, magnesium, copper, manganese, and potassium. These nutrients support nerve signaling, muscle function, and metabolic balance. What makes walnuts unique is their effect on insulin pathways. Omega-3 fats and polyphenols improve glucose transporter activity, helping sugar move from the bloodstream into cells more efficiently. Research shows reduced post-meal glucose spikes and improved insulin sensitivity with regular walnut intake. Walnuts also reduce inflammation, one of the silent drivers of diabetes progression. Lower inflammation protects blood vessels, nerves, and organs from long-term damage. They support heart health by lowering triglycerides, reducing LDL oxidation, and improving blood vessel flexibility. Better circulation means better healing, better nerve health, and reduced complication risk. Walnuts do not force the body. They assist its natural balance. Diabetic nerve damage develops slowly. Walnuts provide the fats and minerals needed to support nerve structure and signaling. Magnesium improves nerve communication. Omega-3 fats support protective nerve membranes. Over time, symptoms like tingling and numbness may lessen. Walnuts also regulate hunger hormones. Their fat-fiber combination slows digestion and increases fullness, reducing cravings for refined carbohydrates later in the day. Research shows people feel satisfied longer and naturally eat less when walnuts are included. A lesser-known benefit of walnuts is melatonin content. Melatonin supports sleep quality and improves nighttime insulin sensitivity. This can help reduce high fasting blood sugar in the morning, a common diabetic concern. Walnuts are calorie-dense, so portion matters. But with imbalance they act as stabilizers, not excess. They protect nerves, support the heart, calm inflammation, and help glucose move where it belongs into cells, not circulation. They are not just food, they are metabolic support. Dried apricots, raisins, and walnuts work together with purpose. Apricots provide fiber and minerals. Raisins deliver controlled energy and antioxidants. Walnuts anchor insulin response and inflammation control. Together, they support metabolic calm. Diabetes-friendly eating is not about fear. It is about understanding how food behaves inside the body. When portions are respected and choices are informed, sweetness can exist without damage. The body does not want punishment, it wants balance. These dry fruits do not fight the body. They work with it quietly, patiently, effectively. Food is not just fuel, it is information. When the right signals are given consistently, the body responds with stability. That is real control. That is sustainable health. Dr. Hafiz Abid Shaheen, Health World PK.